Hello, influencers. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Behind the Screen Business Confessions with your girl, Anika Cohen. Listen, I am super excited to serve and support you on your journey in the marketplace. It's another great episode with real, raw conversations to motivate and support leaders in the marketplace. We choose to live, influencers. We choose to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious, and enlightened. Listen, today we are talking about experts need help too. Mhm. You're a leader in the marketplace. You're solving problems. You're making an impact in the earth. It doesn't mean you're perfect. It doesn't mean you have it all together. It doesn't mean every day is a good day. It simply means that God trusts you with a purpose greater than you. He trusts us to carry out the assignment. So experts need help too. We need a listening ear. We need a sounding board. We need someone to trust. Come on here, somebody. And that's what I want to talk to you on tonight about. Experts need help too. It never takes away from your gifts and your talents. It doesn't take away your anointing. It doesn't take away your calling, your purpose, who you are. It only adds value to your life. It only adds meaning and purpose to your life. And I want you to know that this is your safe space. Come on here, somebody. This is your safe space. I invite you to choose to live, to choose to be intentional every day with courage, with boldness, giving yourself grace, being true to who you are and who you are becoming. Come on here, somebody. So we choose to live. We choose to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious, and enlightened. Welcome to Behind the Screen Business Confessions. This is where we have the real dialogue, the conversation that's rarely spoken about. But I know what it looks like and what it feels like to go through children acting up. Bills still have to get paid, but you're investing your time, you're investing your finances in building this brand, this legacy, this business. My God. And I still have to provide for the household. I still have to take on my responsibility as a mother, as a minister, all of the other roles that I'm called to. But here's what I know to be true, influencer. You're called and you're equipped. So you are equipped to carry it out. You are equipped to see it through. Come on here, somebody. We choose to live. So experts need help too. What do you need help with? Right? Yes, you're building the brand, you're building the business, you're building your legacy. But what do you need help with? And what I want to talk about today is the strategies. Because sometimes we can get lost in social media. We can get lost in building our brand, our business. And I don't want you to get lost. I want you to be intentional. I want you to be strategic, right? With everything that you do. Come on here, somebody. So expert needs help too. So why is it so hard to ask for help? Why is it so hard to ask for help? Because you got to be vulnerable. It takes vulnerability to be in that position, to humble yourself. Come on here, especially when you've been hurt. when you've already been in that position where you feel as though you don't have no one to trust. You don't have no one to talk to. Come on here. So it's hard to be vulnerable. It's hard to position yourself intentionally to possibly be let down, to possibly be rejected, to possibly not be heard. Come on here, somebody. We're talking real truth. So every day that you're making a conscious decision to do what you're doing, you're being courageous. You're being bold. And I want you to be strategic. Even when you don't see the results that you desire, still be bold and begin to leverage and ask yourself, how can I grow this? How can I grow in this? And that will cause you to become unstuck. It will cause you to become laser focused, and it will cause you to grow. At the end of the day, my sister, at the end of the day, my brother, you are here to grow. So life is going to challenge you. This business is going to challenge you. This vision is going to challenge you for the greater good. And that's what I want you to focus your attention on. So let's talk about that, because asking for help, it is a challenge. Those of us who struggle with pride, those of us who struggle with our ego, it is extremely detrimental to those type of individuals. And the reason why I can say those type of individuals, because I used to be her. I had an ego out of this world. I did not like to ask for help. Why? Because asking for help, my interpretation was, I'm dumb. I'm not intelligent. I'm not smart enough to know this. But what I've learned is you know something, but you don't know it all. And what you don't know, ask. The Bible says, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find. So why aren't we seeking after? Why aren't we pursuing after until we master the skill, until we master what it is that we need to learn? Just like our relationships, we haven't given up on love. We haven't given up on love. So why give up on the vision? Come on here, somebody. Why is it so easy to give up on the vision? You haven't given up on the relationship. You haven't given up on love. You haven't given up on your career. Don't give up on this, because it's the easiest thing to do. It doesn't challenge you. It doesn't break your old habits that aren't serving you or the vision. But when you choose to live and you choose to grow, it will break those old habits and those barriers and cause you to rise, cause you to triumph. Come on here, somebody. Choose to live today. Experts need help too. I needed help too. I need help right now. I need you. You need me. Everybody needs somebody. And somebody needs you. So continue to show up and show out. Continue to ignite your voice. Continue to share your story. Continue to pursue after the purpose. And continue to ask for what it is that you need as you pursue purpose. What do you need? What strategy do you need to adjust? Do you need to improve on that you need to be committed to, right? What are the strategies that you are utilizing in your business that are working for you? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the different strategies. So I want to talk about marketing strategies in particular, because what I've learned is branding and marketing are in alignment. You are always going to be branding and marketing your story, your message, your movement, your products, and your services. You're always going to be branding and marketing, right? So you have to position yourself to drive traffic, leads, and sales. That's what business owners do. That's what you are in business to do. Drive traffic, drive leads, and sales. That is your objective. Every time you show up to an event, every time that you show up and you take the stage, every time you show up and you're showcasing your products, you are being intentional with driving traffic, driving your leads, and sales. That's the only objective. So you have to begin to identify what strategies are going to work for you and your audience. I always say that. You have to do what works for you and your audience. And the only way to identify what works for you and your audience is give yourself permission to not get it right. This is not about right or wrong. This is the process. This is the journey. And you are growing every day that you say yes and you're committed to this vision. So how are you driving traffic? What's the strategies that you are using to drive traffic and leads and sales? Let's talk about that. I want to give you 4 strategies that you can begin to utilize and track, assess, and adjust. Give yourself 3 months to pick 2 out of the 4 strategies that I'm going to give you on today. Be committed to them, use discipline, and utilize them. I guarantee you'll see a difference in your engagement, whatever the goal is, the intention is. And see, that's what we have to get clear about. It's one thing to post on social media, right? But it's another thing to post with intention and strategy. I'm not just posting to be posting, right? I'm posting with intention and strategy. So there has to be a reason why you're posting what you're posting. What is the message? What is the information? What is the call to action? And that's what you want to get clarity about. That's the system that you want to create. That's the system that you want to create. That is a system. So let's talk about the different strategies that you can begin to utilize. These are simple strategies. So let's talk about the first one, behind the screen, right? You want to take people on your journey. I believe in taking my audience on my journey, right? There are always people who are connecting with you. They're following you. They are what? Looking into what it is that you do, what you represent. So you can take them behind the screen, right? And give them visual presentations of what it looks like to be in your world, what it looks like from your day to day, what it looks like for you to put together a live event, those contacts, those vendors. You can, again, take them behind the screen. Your packaging, your labeling, whatever it is that you do in business, take them behind the screen. This device that we use, our mobile devices that we use on a day-to-day, you could be taking out clips anytime you're going into a store, right? To make purchases for things that relate to your business. You could be taking clips of that. Again, behind the screen. So you want to take people on your journey. Allow them to be a part of your journey. And so when I say take people behind the screens, I'm not necessarily always referring to the highlight. I'm talking about your journey. So there will be moments where you may not meet a goal. There'll be moments where you might become ill. I remember when I was diagnosed with lymphoma cancer, I took my audience behind the screen. I allowed them to be a part of my journey, to be a part of my experience, not for a pity party, but to show them what it looks like to persevere through sickness and still say I choose to live, because it was my lifestyle. It is my lifestyle. So I had to share with them, this is what I'm going through, but I'm still showing up. I had a speaking engagement, a few speaking engagements during that time in my life, and I still showed up. I gave myself grace. I gave myself time to rest, but I did not use my sickness as an excuse to get still. I did not allow it to give me an excuse to give up. I choose to live every day. So as I battled through that illness in my life, I took my audience behind the screen and I shared with them my experience. And it allowed us to bond. It allowed us to connect. It allowed them to see me authentically for who I am at that time. So that is one strategy that you can begin to utilize. It's authentic. It's who you are, right? It's not an image. It's not about your title. It's about you. Allow your audience to fall in love with you. So take them behind the screen. That's strategy number one. Strategy number two is highlights. Again, those of you who are organizers, event planners, listen, even us coaches, right? You want to, again, take them on the journey. So don't overthink this. These are strategies that can help you to show up organically as the expert that you are, to drive traffic, leads, and sales, right? So what are the highlights? The highlights are all about the spotlight. It's all about the positivity. So this is where you are showing your venues, your partners, your collaborators, your speakers or photographers, anyone that you have a part of your team or your event, anything that you are promoting. Now's the time to highlight the benefits, highlight all of the features, right? That's what you're doing. So for you organizers and planners, those of you who are hosting events, this is a great strategy because you want to highlight that venue. You want to highlight the participants, your guests, right? You want to highlight your partners, your speakers, your photographers. You want to highlight all of the features and the benefits of what it's going to be, their experience there. So that's, again, organic. So highlights, okay? Number three, before and after. Remember, you're growing. Remember, you're growing. So who you are today is not who you will be 6 months from now. Not even a year or two from now. You are forever evolving and elevating and maturing because entrepreneurship will grow you. It will grow you in every area of your life. Come on here, somebody. So again, let's take the audience on the journey. Let's show them what it looked like when you first got started. Throwback Thursdays, that still exists. So you can highlight that on those particular days, or Flashback Friday. Again, your before and after. This is what it looked like when I got started. This is also a reminder for you to see your own growth and to reflect on your own journey. My God, I remember when I first got started and my first event, my very first logo. Oh my gosh. I'm actually going to show that. I'm going to do a before and after. It had me in tears because I was just like, oh my gosh, I've come so far. And I was like, oh Lord, it's a hot mess. But I still showed up. That logo was a hot mess, but it was mine. Come on here, somebody. It was mine. So I was just reflecting on that, and it brought tears because I remember And sometimes we don't know all that we've done, even though we're living it. And when you can go back and you can look at the programs, you can look at the logo, you can look at all the things that has evolved and transformed over the years, right? And you can begin to reflect and share that with your audience. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling, and it's a reminder of the work that you're putting in, the time and the effort, the energy. Yes. So before and after is my third strategy that you can begin to utilize in marketing your products and services. And last but not least, this is one of my faves. So this is the beta experience. Okay. So what is that? I refer to the beta experience as upselling and downselling. Right. So if you are hosting a free webinar, I like to use that as an example. If you're hosting any free masterclass, any free webinar, that is a great position for you to be in to upsell, right? So you're going to have an offer. So what's going to be your call to action with that strategy? You have this amazing free webinar. Now you have an offer that you are offering. So that's called upselling. However, I believe in downselling as well. So yes, I have this great offer at $500. However, I also have another amazing opportunity for those of you who may not be able to opt in at the 500 price point, but we have this at 100. It is a win-win for you and your audience. You are giving yourself permission to make the sale. Either way, whether they upsell or they downsell, you still make the sale and they still get great service. A win-win, right? So that is a great strategy that I utilize. You don't have to always do the beta experience because that's where it comes with the upselling and downselling. You can do either or. So you can have a paid webinar. So this is something they are actually investing in upfront. It's not free. They're making a paid investment. They opt in and you can still upsell, right? Have a call to action with your offer at this price point or downsell at another price point, offering something else, right? There is no right or wrong. It's about how does the strategies work for you and your audience? What is the audience responding to? That's what you want to track, assess, and adjust. What are they responding to? What strategies are they engaging with? What is causing them to take action and you have the sale? That's what you're tracking. That's what you're assessing, and you're going to make the adjustments as needed. Okay. So the 4 strategies that you can begin to implement within your business, get committed and get consistent, right? Behind the screen, highlights, before and after, and the beta experience, upselling and downselling. These are all strategies that I leverage in my business because they work for my audience. They work for my audience. I was not able to discover that until I allowed myself to track, assess, and adjust. So I had to give myself grace. I had to give myself time to learn my audience. Give yourself grace to learn your audience. Be intentional with learning your audience. They're learning you, you're learning them. This is a relationship, but believe it or not, you are in a relationship with your audience. You are serving them. So choose to live, influencers. Choose to live and know that experts need help too. Try, and try again until you master it, until you are without a shadow of a doubt secure in your audience and making your consistent revenue goals. All right. This is a lifetime commitment. I am here to encourage you. I am here to support you. I am here to motivate you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be your voice. So choose to live today, influencers. Choose to live today. Choose to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious and enlightened. Listen, if you are not already a part of our Influencers on the Rise gala and brunch at the end of the year, listen, I am going to highly recommend that you check out all the details. We're going to be in Richmond, Virginia, December the 30th. It is our very first Influencers on the Rise gala and brunch. And this is where leaders from around the world gather together to socialize, to network, to embrace our journey, our success over the year, and establish great connections and collaborations, and just enjoy the moment. So I am super excited about our gala and our brunch. Again, leaders from around the world coming together and just socializing, networking. We have delicious catered meals and food and just elegance. Okay. So I'm super, super excited about that. So listen, I invite you to be a part of this event, this gala, this brunch. It is a 1-day event. It's going down December the 30th. So listen, check it out. Go to choosetolivesociety.com and check out all the details. Listen, let me know what you thought about today's show. I love to hear your voice. I want to know how this show resonated with your spirit. What was it speaking to your spirit, right? So choose to live. Until next time.